You wake up, you check your phone, you scroll, consume, and react, but stop for a second, really stop, and ask yourself, why do I do this? Who taught me to think this way, to want the things I want, to fear the things I fear? From the very first breath, you've been programmed, not by a villain in a dark room, but by society, culture, family, even language itself. And if you never question this programming, you'll spend your life mistaking a script for your soul. Before you had the power to choose, you were already being shaped. As a child, you were praised for fitting in, not for thinking differently. You learned to walk a narrow path. Be nice, be quiet, obey. Don't upset the adults. Don't ask why. And then came school, a system built not to unlock your genius, but to mold you into a functional part of a larger machine. You hold what to believe, what to fear, what success looks like. And, most dangerously, you were told that authority knows best. Even your personality was shaped by what got approval and what didn't. You weren't becoming yourself, you were becoming what the world rewarded. Here's the haunting part. Most people live their entire lives under the illusion of free will. They think they're choosing, but their desires were implanted long ago. You want status because you were taught that status equals worth. You fear being alone because silence was never modeled as sacred. You chase pleasure because pain was never seen as a teacher. Free will doesn't mean picking from a menu of options society gave you. Real freedom is realizing you can throw the whole menu away. Think about this. You didn't choose your name. You didn't choose your religion. You didn't choose your values. You didn't choose your education, your accent, your habits. And yet, these are the very things that define how you see the world. This is cultural conditioning, and it's not just personal, it's structural. Capitalism wants you to be dissatisfied. Advertising wants you to feel incomplete. Politics wants you distracted and divided. Social media wants you addicted. And you think this anxiety, this emptiness, this burnout is your fault, but it's not. It's a perfectly designed result of a system that profits from your disconnection. But sometimes, something breaks. A loss, a breakdown, a strange moment of silence that cuts through the noise. And you realize you're living on autopilot, not really living, just performing. For friends, for family, for a society that doesn't even know your name. This is the beginning of awareness, the crack in the matrix. It's terrifying and liberating, because once you see the programming, you can't unsee it. So how do you break free? Start by becoming the observer. Watch your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. Ask yourself, constantly, is this belief mine or inherited? Stop reacting. Start reflecting. Cut out the noise. Relearn how to be bored. Reclaim your attention, your most sacred currency. Read philosophy. Sit in silence. Walk alone, not to escape people, but to finally meet yourself. It will feel like death, because the false self has to die before the real one can be born. You will lose friends. You will disappoint people. You will become a stranger to the version of you that fit in. But you'll gain something much rarer, your truth. You were programmed since birth, but that's not where the story has to end. You are not your programming. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. The world will keep trying to pull you back, to sell you the old script. But once you've tasted freedom, even if it's just for a moment, You'll never belong to the system again. You'll belong to yourself. This is cognitive cosmos. If you're awake, stay awake. And if you're just starting to see the edges of your cage, don't be afraid. The truth doesn't always feel good, but it will always set you free. Subscribe and keep thinking.